and welcome to another episode of Hooks, Knits, and Dice. I'm Lita Croca. Yeah, I've changed the name of the show, as you probably saw at the end of the credits and at the beginning of last episode, because I've learned to knit. But, as the title of this episode states, it's a secret. I can't show you what I knit. I have a friend who's having twins in the States, and she is getting all kinds of knit and crocheted goodies from me. So everything that I'm working on right now is a secret. Can't show you. But I can show you a book that I don't remember if I showed you when I bought it. Whoa. 100 Flowers to Knit and Crochet. Now I can use the other half of the book. Yeah. Whereas before I could only crochet flowers, now I'm going to attempt to knit flowers. I've got to learn the abbreviations. It's got a handy dandy guide to abbreviations for both knitting and crocheting in American, which is good because I'm American. And it's got bees, butterflies, fruits and vegetables, flowers, and leaves. So it's not just flowers. It's
flower related.
Flower related. Yeah, that's what I would call it. Good description there.
Okay.
Yeah, so I picked up Commander decks for Tommy and me. And for those of you that don't know what a Commander deck is, Tommy's about to show you the lid to the box that mine came in. You can't really see it unless you hold it up closer.
No.
Magic Commander. Anyway, it's a box with 100 playable Magic the Gathering cards and several tokens in a kitty dragon because I have the dragon. Oh, let's see. There we go. Now I can hold it straight. This is a foil card, so it's probably blinding you. Yes, and it's a giant card. Let's hold these up for size comparison. You can see, yeah, it's big. So the Commander is a legendary creature.
Yep.
This one has all 5 colors. Normally they'd have 2.
Yeah, 2, sometimes 3.
Sometimes 3 colors. And you're only allowed to put cards in of that color, those colors. Also, you're only allowed to put 1 copy of each card in the game, in the deck rather.
Apart from basic lands.
Apart from basic lands. And, help me out.
Well,
the life goes up to 40 instead of 20.
Yep. And it's a format that works very well for multiplayer, for playing more than one-on-one.
Yeah, it's really good for that.
So a lot of people play it when they're a large group gathered.
Yeah.
Probably don't want to play with more than 5 or 6 people.
No.
Because it gets
chaotic.
Slow and chaotic. We did 4 people.
Yeah, 4. We did 4 comfortably. We went to local. A local game where we played Commander, and we did a Chaos draft, which we got some really cool old cards and a funny card, a couple of cards from the Unhinged standard. And Unhinged is basically gag cards.
Yep, basically.
They're not really meant to be played. In fact, they're not allowed to be played in regular games. But we got to play them in the Chaos draft, which was a lot of fun. He's probably looking for Unhinged cards to show you.
They're not the most funny ones, but I've got a Rock Lobster, which makes Scissors Lizard unable to attack. And then there's the Scissor Lizard that makes the Paper Tiger unable to attack. And of course, the Paper Tiger makes a Rock Lobster unable to attack. So, rock, paper, scissors.
So that's cute. So yeah, I have a card that I picked right away as soon as I saw it. The fat ass, pardon the language, kids. It's a donkey that's very, very fat, and it gets special stats if you're eating while you're playing.
Yep. Yep.
I got really sick of peanuts by the end of the day.
And another guy got one where you take damage if you touch the card. Anyone that touches the card.
Yeah, with your fingers. Or
yes, you can finger or fingernails.
Yes, finger or fingernails.
You can't touch it with anything else.
Your elbow. Or,
yeah.
Or forehead.
Another guy had one where if anytime he says the name of it, if you don't tap the table, he gets a +1/+1 counter on it. And he kind of kept trying to say it and say it and say it every time when he played against me. So I kept like tapping.
So yeah, Unhinged is pretty good, but yeah, the Commander deck is 100 deck cards. You only get one copy of each card other than basic lands. You play with 40 life each. The Commander stays in the command zone, and you...
Which is special, you pull them out from
yeah,
the
it's
deck
not
and
exile, it's not library, it's not graveyard.
Yeah.
And you pay for him to come into play, and there's special goodies on them usually.
Yeah.
And if he dies, rather than going into your graveyard, he goes back to the command zone, and he costs 2 more to play the next time?
2 more every time for each time.
For each time you have to play him. So,
and it's not just if he dies, if it's exiled as well. So all
right,
the effects that
right. There's no way to really get rid of the commander for good.
No, just makes it cost more.
It costs more to get him in. Unless he has go back into your hand rather than into the graveyard. Because it doesn't cost more to cast from your hand, does it?
Nope.
No, just from the command zone.
Other effects, like if you have one that you can cast from your graveyard, you can choose to not put him in the command zone and play him from your graveyard.
Right, right. So
Things
there are
like that.
ways to get around that rule. Also, when he does damage to you, rather than a regular creature on the battlefield, he does commander damage. Is that what it's called?
Yep. So you note down how much damage you've taken from each commander, separate from every player. And once a single player has taken 21 damage from another player's commander, then you lose the game.
Yeah. So you could lose quicker by commander damage than in the 40 life that you have. So
yeah, and you can't ever reduce the commander damage, or if you have a deck that gains you a lot of life.
Yeah, you don't gain commander life, you gain regular
So
life.
you could still have like 60 life remaining
and die from the commander.
Yeah. It's kind of like poison counters and other things like that.
Yeah, kind of. So that's a lot of fun to play. I recommend it to anybody who hasn't tried it. And also, Kitty Dragon! I love my Kitty Dragon! I have lots of them. So, playing this deck, I've got notes. Playing this deck, I mulliganed twice, so I was down to 6 cards, and I had 5 dragons, no commander, and I dealt him in one shot 68 points of damage. Yeah, that was a fun game. But then
you got out the guy that gives all your dragons double strike, I think. Wasn't
yes,
it?
I had one of the dragons that gives all my dragons double strike.
Yep.
So
Which adds up.
It adds up fast.
And did you have the enchantment that gives all your dragons +3/+3 as well? On top
I
of
think
that?
so.
I think so, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's a deadly combo.
So, and most of the dragons are like 4/4, 5/5, 6/6. Then you add +3/+3. Then you add double strike.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty easy to get him that 68 points of damage.
Yep.
But the next game, if I hadn't conceded, he would have hit me with 170 points from token damage alone, with a total of 250 points of damage in one shot.
Yeah, I was playing the sliver deck.
Yes.
They get
I
obnoxious.
hate slivers. Punch him in the face with sliver decks. Not him, punch the slivers. And then, after that, I had a flawless victory, where I had won without losing a single point at any time. And I've never done that before, so had some firsts.
Didn't even get a lick in.
Nope, not a single shot. So I really like my dragon deck. It's dragons. But other than that, it's Commander is fun. And we played Highlander with it, didn't we?
Not those. We did that with the Ixon.
Oh, right, with the
Cards,
Ixalan
yeah.
cards, the newest standard.
Yeah, new set.
So that's vampires, merfolk, dinosaurs. Yeah, what could go wrong? Pirates, right? Pirates. Mm-hmm. So yeah, what could go wrong? It was a lot of fun. Highlander is basically like Commander without Commander, and you have the regular 20 hit points.
Its official little name is 100 card singleton. 100 card singleton.
100 card singleton. That's a mouthful.
Yeah, well, it's because of copyrights. They can't.
Oh, right, because of the movie and all that.
Well, the format is called Highlander because there can be only one.
Right.
You can only have one of each card.
Right.
So it's a direct reference to the movie.
Yeah.
And the franchise. Which is also where Commander is the official name for, but it was originally called EDH, or Elder Dragon Highlander.
Oh.
Because the original commanders were the old Elder Dragons, which were legendary dragons. Nicole Bolas was one of them.
Right.
He's now a planeswalker, but back then he was a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
He still is a dragon, but he was a dragon creature, a legendary dragon creature. I don't think there was actually legend. I think they were just summon Elder Dragon back then, but yeah.
Either way.
That was where it originated with those 5 Elder Dragons, I think. So it was called Elder Dragon Highlander.
Yeah. Cool. So lots of stuff with magic. I can't tell you about the crocheting or the knitting right now, but I can tell you about the Brekkevev. Is that how you say it?
Yep.
Tablet weaving. It's an Iron Age craft, and I belong to an Iron Age craft group that's associated with the local Viking museum.
Mm-hmm.
And we reproduce things that were done back in the Iron Age. So we're doing this tablet weaving, which is basically cards with holes punched in them, and you label them A through D unless you're exotic and doing the hex cards. And you can use playing cards, or they make cards just for it. You put embroidery floss, but it's wool embroidery floss. It's not American embroidery floss, so it's thicker and it looks like yarn. Mm-hmm. And you wrap it around the table a whole bunch of times, or chairs, legs, so that you have the length you need.
Yeah, you need, well, depending on what you make.
Yeah, depending on what you make. We're making belts that would be worn with the traditional clothing from the period. And we use a special Brekkevev faste? No. Brekkevev faste.
Okay.
It's the wooden thing that holds on. It's... Oof. I really should give you guys some links, but it's hard to find links in English because they don't use these tools. They use clamps, or they use rubber bands, or they just tie it off, and they call it backstrap weaving.
We could take a picture of the one you have.
We're going to take a picture.
Put it in the end of the video.
Yeah. Well, we can't put it at the end of the video today.
No. Okay.
But we can make another video with more information about it anyway. Weaving using cards. You have the holes of the cards with the yarn or the thread through it, and you tie it off on both ends, and then you just turn the cards, and then weave.
Turn the cards are sort of separated, so when you turn the cards, they switch places.
Yeah.
And then you pull the thread through, so it's goes up and down when you turn the cards.
Yeah, so that you can weave a thread through side to side, like with this shuttle. It's the weft or the warp. I don't remember which it is. It's been a while since we've done weaving. Mm-hmm. Anyway, we're making belts, and they're very cool. My arms are super tired because I have to reach out like this to turn and then pull things back and then weave it through and then reach way out and turn the cards, and my arms are tired. But it's a lot of fun. It was hairy getting it started because it had been weeks since we'd learned how to do it, and we've forgotten a lot of what we were supposed to do. But with Tommy's help and a book from the library, we managed to get it back on track.
Reading the patterns is a little
Tricky.
tricky. It's not how you read other patterns, so
it's completely different.
And it's an interesting technique.
It is
very old.
Yeah,
must have been very smart. Those people figured that out back then.
Super smart, because they're like, how do you figure out? Oh, I'm gonna weave like this. You know,
right?
what inspired you? Like, oh, my loom broke. Hey, wait a minute. You know,
I think it was before they had a loom.
Before they had a loom, that would make more sense. Yeah.
But you can usually only make thin things.
Oh no.
You can make them long.
You can make them wide too.
Yep. Then you need
lots of cards.
So
I think so then it's like most of the time, turn.
Yeah, most of the time they're relatively thin.
Turn, weave.
Yeah, because that becomes too much of a hassle. Yeah. You kind of want it.
But they did it. They did it.
Yeah.
So
it's easier if you can grab
a handful of cards and turn them left or right. Changes the pattern depending. I say left or right, front or back.
Yeah. And there's also, for more advanced patterns, you can turn some cards that way and some cards that way. And
yeah, there's all kinds of things you can do with it. And they had a whole spectrum of colors back in the Iron Age, because they were dyeing the thread with mushrooms, with berries, with leaves, anything they could lay hands on. So, it's yeah, I think I said that.
Okay.
It's amazing how many colors you can get that are true to the Iron Age availability.
Especially when you start combining different colors. Colors too, so.
Oh yeah, and if you're weaving more than one colored thread together, then that can make, you know. So, anyway, the video is getting a little long, so I'm going to briefly say that we finally finished my campaign. Yay! Do you want to talk about how it ended?
I'm not sure how much we've talked about your campaign in total. The gods, well, some of the gods, two of the gods, actually, well, a
god and a demoness.
Demoness. We're playing a cosmic game with the
universe,
the fate of the world.
Yeah.
Having trapped some of the other gods, most of the other gods.
Yes, many of the other gods.
And we were trying to free them and stop these bad people. And we figured in the middle of the campaign that, well, it's not going to be easy stopping gods. So there is a rumor of a place where you can become a god yourself if you manage to do the trial. So we went there and
underwent the trial by force.
Yep.
Tried to quit because the children they adopted were eaten by a dragon.
Yep.
And she wanted to go slay the dragon.
Yep.
And she tried to get back to where they were. And the city, they had been warned before, once you attempt the trials, you can't leave until you either succeed or fail. So when she tried to leave, it shoved her right into the trials, where she painfully succeeded. Great personal cost.
Mostly emotional. Not real physical.
Well, that's why I said personal.
Yeah.
You know, emotional cost.
Yeah.
But she did succeed. She became a goddess. She managed to bring her husband, whom she married after she became a goddess.
Yep.
She managed to grant him godhood through eating the dragon, which had eaten the children, which had eaten the gods. Yeah. It's a little convoluted if you haven't followed along.
It's a little convoluted if you follow along.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you. Yes, I did my best. It was my first campaign as a DM.
Well, there was a reason behind it and a plan for it. So but
it wasn't just random.
It
sounds random, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
And then the character that John ended up playing when Stephen was no longer to play with us ended up writing a book about the whole experience of being around someone who became a goddess, and he made bestsellers list, and it was great. She his character and my main NPC, the ones that got married, brought all the children back that had been eaten, including the ones before they had met the children in the orphanage, and the two friends that had died trying to protect the children.
Mm-hmm.
So a very big happy ever after, woohoo, party, doo doo, you know. Yeah. So you enjoyed it?
Yeah.
The campaign and the ending, or
Yeah.
anything you liked in particular?
That's a on the spot question.
I know, I'm putting him on the spot.
No, I like how you run the trials and things like that, and
Yeah, there's not a lot of people who try to become gods in D&D.
no,
There's
well,
no specific trials set.
Yeah, they want to leave it open.
Yeah.
Up to each GM how they want to run it. There's lore and things and legends about different other deities that have become gods through this trial, but there's no specifics. And the one of the specifics is that every trial is different.
So you can do what you want.
It's to leave it open to each GM to interpret if they want to run it, if they even want to have it open for their characters to even attempt. Because once you become a god, the game's pretty much over.
Yeah, game over. Yeah.
So, you become a god. Woo! Let's roll a new character and start a new campaign. Because you can't really play as a god.
No, not really. But, yeah. Oh, we should probably end the episode now because it's over 20 minutes. I hope you're still with us. Like I said, I'm going to give some links to the tablet weaving and probably a better explanation than I gave of the commander decks. Do you think there's something out there?
Yeah, well, there's lots of resources for...
Oh, yeah. So you can look it up on your own. But I'll definitely give you a link to some information about tablet weaving.
Well, we can put some links in for Commander, too, I'm sure.
Okay, I'm sure we'll find something.
Give them some sites.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, and have a great day.
Bye.